People, welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we are so excited to have you again. Still updating you on what is going on in APC camp in preparation for the forthcoming APC presidential primaries. Right now, there is a heavy confusion. I mean, real heavy confusion in the camp. Don't forget that few minutes ago, that the person of the national chairman, who has been described severally as a very autocratic and dictatorial leader, had declared Ahmed Lawan, the Senate president, as the consensus, candidate. But right now, the president says he has no hand in it, and the Northern Governors Forum still maintain their stand to move it to the south. We're going to give you full details of this in a jiffy. But before we do that, if you've not subscribed to our channel, please do well. Hit on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. And according to the news, President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday said that he has no anointed candidate in the presidential primary election of the All Progressive Congress APC, slated for June 7, 2022. The president also said he is in agreement with the position of the APC northern governors that power should be shifted to the southern part of the country in 2023. This is as the APC northern governors have disowned the Kogi state governor Yahaya Bello for opposing their position that power should go to the south. Briefing State House correspondent after a closed-door meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari at the Presidential Villa Abuja, chairman of the Northern Governors Forum and Governor of Plateau State Simon Lalong said that the president made it clear that he has no anointed candidate in the presidential primary. According to him, out of that discussion, Mr. President, as a believer in democratic process, believes that any candidate must emerge through a transparent process. Mr. President told us that for this election, for now, he has no anointed candidate and therefore directed that the Progressive Governors Forum meet with the National Working Committee of the party to agree and proffer further solution and recommendation for his own succession. He said that President Muhammadu Buhari directed the Progressive Governors Forum (PGF) to meet with the National Working Committee (NWC) for more consultations on the consensus arrangement in the choice of the party's candidate for the 2023 presidential election. Governor Lalong further said that the president has requested the governors to have a meeting with the National Working Committee (NWC) of the party to resolve the issue of consensus candidate through a democratic means. The Plateau State Governor said the meeting with the NWC has been slated for 5 p.m. on Monday. According to him, he said, "I am sure this will be the last of consultation, so we are directed that after this, our chairman of Progressive Governors Forum has also summoned a meeting for 5 o'clock today, and after that meeting, we'll make again further suggestion to the president." This is quite interesting. A lot of things are happening right now, and we are hopeful that everyone at the end of the day will be satisfied with the process APC is going to adopt to elect the person who is going to be bearing their flag come 2023 February, when the presidential election will be taking place. So with the info that you've just heard, the president has denied having anything to do with any particular candidate of the APC. For him, there must be a unilateral agreement, there must be a bilateral agreement. People need to come together and make resolution about who is going to be the flag bearer for APC. Don't forget that already there is a lot of tension in the north ever since the northern governors decided that they are slating it to the south. They have been continuous call from different quarters, especially coalition for northern groups, Arewa and the likes. They've been saying that this is an act of betrayal on the part of the governors, that they don't have the right, to bring in any southern, has been that the southern part of the country has been ruled for about 14 years, but their own case is just a matter of 8. But for equity and fairness sake, as we had already agreed, Although they said it's unwritten, but it's an agreement that will keep the country united, which means after this one, after the South, the North, just like that. But, these Northern guys are saying that they will not agree to that, which therefore means that there needs to be more consultation on the part of the APC so that they can reach a better standpoint. Now, to show you how committed, the northern governors are, they didn't mind to see Yahaya Bello walked out of the meeting. They did not mind, but because he's too single or too individualistic to decide for the entirety of the northern group, and if you look at the caliber of people who have gone for this position of presidency, you will know that it's not a small boys game, you understand. So even with his expectation that possibly the northern part will still be asking for presidency, that will not work. And the reason why it will not work is because the president himself knows that if he makes any mistake anointing anybody, there's going to be heavy chaos. I strongly believe that consensus, though it might be reasonable, but at the same time, giving everyone, just like PDP did, a level playing ground to contest and try their capacity will be the best thing. There is no need to say this, we are shifting it to the south, we are shifting. Allow everyone, to come out and test their popularity among the delegates, because I believe that the delegates themselves know who they are going to vote. Though we know that everything in Nigeria, especially as it has to do with election or voting at the party level, has been fully monetized. But even with that, there is somebody that they are looking up to. I can still remember some of the things that was told to Bola Ahmed Tinubu when he was in Kano State. The same with Yemi Osibanjo, the same with Amechi. Give them name. All of these people, they have very strong allies in the northern part and also in the southern part. So there is no way that consensus can solve the whole issue. And for the person of Abdullahi Adamu to come up and declare Lawan as the consensus candidacy, it's a huge betrayal on the part of the National Working Committee. Don't forget that this same National Working Committee some time ago came out very plain. They talk about the issue of dictatorship on the part of this particular leader, that's the national chairman, and they told him not to follow the pathway of Oshimole because it didn't end well. I don't know what is really happening, because based on the information we've gathered thus far, there was huge argument among the National Working Committee and the national chairman. So which means that right now the only way things can be fixed is for him to stand aside and listen to the opinions of other people. Imposing Lawan on the people will not work. I could still remember what Kazim said some time ago, few days ago, talking about the level of popularity of Ahmed Lawan in far distant places like the southeast. If you mention his name, how many people will stand up and say, I know this man, he's the senior president of Nigeria? Very few people would do that, And there was a sarcastic response he gave in that direction, which I don't want to talk about right now. But that was just to let the people understand, hey, who we need is not that person that the North will need, or that person that some few people believe is the right person. Is someone who will have acceptability before the entirety of Nigerians, because we are not the people to select the person who is going to rule this country. It will be left in the hands of the masses. So I feel that at this point that the national chairman of APC needs to put his ego on check, and his leadership skills, he should review them, understanding that what we are currently going through is actually democracy. And if you allow the people's will to stand, or the delegates decision to stand, it will go an extra mile to put the party on top. That's what we would like to leave it. Go to our comment section, let's interact. Now that the president has denied having any anointed candidates, do you think that it will cause APC to boil more and more? Or do you think that there is still strong opportunity for the southern candidates who are vying for the presidential ticket from APC? Let's